Good morning, beautiful people. Hoping this message finds you well. Thought I'd share something with you and have you, or challenge you, think about the things you know in a different way. So be patient, follow me on this. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Out of the night that covers me, black is the pit from pole to pole. I think whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. Under the failed clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloodied but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade. And yet the menace of the years finds, and shall find me, unafraid. It matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my fate, I am the captain of my soul. Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posy. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. A Boy Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. Here's my question for you. What do you understand the story behind all the songs and the poems that I just recited to you to be? What do you understand them to be about? And why are you teaching them to our kids? Why do you remember them 40, 30, 40, 50 years later? I would argue, for those of you who understand I don't argue, but definition of argue, I would argue this. All of us have the ability to mimic and remember forever that which is recited in our presence on a consistent basis. I will say Jack and Jill went up the hill and have no idea for 30 years or 40 years what the heck that even means until I look it up. I remember growing up singing London Bridge is Falling Down. In the hood, what do I know about London and what do I know about burning bridges? Not a clue, but I do know my teacher kept singing it, so I sang it. The alphabet, poetry, songs, children's rhymes, whatever it is, we all have the ability to memorize, to mimic, and to recite for the rest of our lives. So I'm going to do my best to make this professional. Excuse me. Your organization has a mission statement, and you have asked me to remember it. I can mimic anything. I can memorize anything. How do you know, though, that I understand what it's about? You want me to focus on organizational culture and all the things that you say make up an organizational culture. Sure, I can recite it back. I have no idea or not a clear understanding of what the story of it is about. All of us as leaders, parents, whatever you want to look at this as, we all have our kids repeating back to us or making them repeat back what we said. When I would offer, just because they can say it does not mean they understand it. Half of us are singing songs that we have no idea what the lyrics mean. So whether you are looking at this from a parental perspective, be careful about the things you make us say, do what I say, not what I do. Because I'm going to spend the rest of my life doing what I watch you do, not understanding it. If you're looking at this from a concept of belonging, right? We've got people banning books who never read them. We've got people banning theories with no understanding of it. The same people that threw rocks at Rudy Bridges are the same people that don't want our kids to know it was them who threw the rocks. We've got all kinds of people saying, you are not patriotic if you don't recite the national anthem or sing the national anthem, but you won't teach us the second verse. I need everybody to calm down. I need everybody to think. I say all the time, we are not ready for our children to be critical thinkers. Anybody who's been in a room with me over the last couple of years, I have looked you in the eye and said, there's absolutely nothing about you and what you think that keeps me up at night. It's our kids. It's what our kids think. It's what our kids are mimicking. It's what our kids are memorizing with no understanding. So here's what I want you to do with it. I'm going to keep this about work. I want you to look around at your organization's mission statement, your culture statement. Look at some of the things you say in your handbook, your mantra. Before you ask me to memorize it or mimic it, I would like for you to be intentional about a conversation on explaining to me what it means to us, what that behavior means here, what your understanding is of that word, that concept, and how it affects the students, the clients, the patients, the customers, whoever it is we serve. That's it, family. So hold on to that. In the meantime, I do always mean it. I do hope this message finds you well and safe and healthy and patient and diligent. I hope it finds you not simply reciting what somebody has embedded in your head, but taking time to really understand what that means. And of course, I hope it finds you thinking. Have a safe day, everybody. I look forward to seeing you next time.